Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you for coming back. It's Rihanna, by the way, for those of you who have forgotten or you just don't remember or you just don't know. I'm Rihanna and thanks for coming back. This video I'll be talking to you guys about the 8 tips I have for the new SAT. I recently just took the March SAT and man, let me tell you guys, that SAT is not a joke. It is not a game at all. Like, you could play with it if you want to. Okay. Anyways, let's get into the tips, okay? So my first tip I have is to know, expect, and accept the difficulty of it, because if you don't, then you're just gonna get the exam, open it up, and be like, oh, what the heck? Now me, I was prepared. I was like, yeah, what else could there be on here besides this right here? So don't be like the first person that I anyways, second tip, bring water. Don't bring juice. Don't bring Gatorade. Especially don't bring soda. Bring water. You're gonna need it. The third tip is don't eat too much sugar, or don't eat sugar at all. Sugar makes your mind go super crazy, at least for me. Like, when I have anything sugary, I'm not like the type of person to like run all over the world and jump off a bridge and like want to go, I don't know, go chase ducks or something. Like, that's not the type of person I am when I have too much candy. But like, I will talk your head off. I will talk somebody, like whoever's around me, like I can have a conversation for the rest of my life after eating some sugar. And if I don't have anyone to talk to, then like I think about every single thing, everything. Like, so I can only imagine that other kids' minds or people's minds start thinking about things too. So you don't have time to think about other things besides that question on that exam during this exam. You don't have any time to waste. So I don't recommend you eating anything sugary to distract you from the exam. I was getting ready to doodle and I was like, oh no girl, you have 10 minutes left. You don't have time for this. So and that was without sugar. But I'm a naturally okay, like a lot of times I zone out, like I really do. If things have, if things have been the same. Anyways, tip number 4, sorry. Tip number 4. You guys, you're making me get off track. Okay, get it together, please. Tip number 4. Bring a jacket. For me and where I was for my testing center, it was really hot. It was really hot and I had to take off my jacket, but then they fixed the AC and then it got really, really cold. So yeah, I had to put my jacket back on, and some people didn't have a jacket, so they were just like, and that distracts you from the test. You don't have time for distractions on this test. Remember, that was it. Tip number 5. Know, if you can, ask your proctor, your schedule, or your teacher the day before the exam, whoever is giving you the exam. Ask when you'll have time for a lunch break, because if your proctor is anything like mine, they'll tell you that lunch is the only time that you'll be able to eat anything, including snacks that you may or may not have brought. So I didn't know when my gap between breakfast and lunch was gonna be, and I had a really good breakfast. So an hour later, when we were dismissed for lunch, our lunch break, I thought, wow, like I'm gonna have to stuff my mouth, which she encouraged us to do, because again, she told us that it's our only time to eat, and we don't want to be hungry during the test, so we needed to eat. It was our only chance to eat. So I ate. Like, I was not planning on being hungry, and my stomach grumbling until hours later after this test, and well, until we were dismissed for the test, and yeah, that wasn't fun. I wish I would have known that, so I wouldn't have eaten such a big breakfast. Tip number 6. If you have any distractions, fix them. Wait, is this number 6 or number 7? Number 6 or number 7, you guys. You've been keeping up, so you know. But whichever one it is, if something's bothering you or distracting you, solve the problem, fix the problem, stop it from bothering you. Because you don't want that distraction to be the cause of you getting that question wrong or right. Like, you don't want to think about, like, dang, if I would have asked the teacher to stop pacing around me, maybe I wouldn't have gotten that question wrong, you know? And I think this is my last tip. Tip 8, don't stress yourself out over this test. You're gonna get what you put in. To explain what I mean further, like, if you studied for this test, then it should show on your exam score. If you didn't study for this exam, it should show on your exam score. You're gonna get what you put in, don't worry about it. A lot of people tell me, and I know, like, I'm a junior in high school, so they've told us many times about it, and I have senior friends who are stressing and stuff. So I already know that, like, colleges are really into SAT scores and all of that, but you have to remember that colleges don't just look at one thing. They look at, like, you overall. So don't stress yourself out. I'm sure that there's other qualities about you that a college will want to have at their campus. So don't stress out. But if you're one of those people who are off track for some reason and you really need to pass this exam to get yourself back on track, then I can see you stressing out. But again, there's other ways to get yourself back on track. Like, there's summer school. At my school, they have something called E2020, which is credit recovery. And I had a D in one of my classes as a freshman that I was trying to fix, but then they told me, no, actually they didn't tell me. I went on NCAA, which is like this basketball program thing, and it said that if you took a certain class, which was like the equivalent to an E2020 class, I wouldn't be eligible to play in the NCAA. So I was like, can't do it. So I did what I had to do to get my GPA up and in the running for the colleges that I want to attend. Alright, so those are my 8 tips. Don't stress yourself out. Bring water, bring a jacket. Know when your lunch break is. And take full advantage of the breaks you have in between each section. Get up and stretch, walk around, it really helps. It really is. People sit down trying to look cool and cute and all that, but you need to stretch. Like, I'm telling you, stretching is like something, I don't know what it is, but during an exam, like, it really helps. Yeah, so those are my 8 tips. Thanks for watching, guys.